Hey, what's going on, guys? I haven't been to the comic shop in like 5 weeks, so this is 5 weeks worth of books, which really isn't, I don't know, it's not that many. I cut my bullets down quite a bit, just because I haven't had a whole lot of time to read, and a lot of books just kind of lost me, so I cut down to, I think, 11 or 12, and I picked up a couple off the shelf today because I suck. So there's only 2 Marvel books and 2 DC books, and the DC books are both the same book. It's been 5 weeks, so I have a couple books that I have a couple issues of, but Gotham Academy, this is number 7. Of course, introducing Damian Wayne. I'm out of the loop on these books, so I can't say much. It's been probably a month or 2 months since I've read some of these, some issues, so that's number 7, and then number 8, I love this cover. But Gotham Academy is always one of my favorite books. Really looking forward to getting into that. As far as Marvel goes, Old Man Logan, number 2, Brian Michael Bendis writing, Andrea Sorrentino on art. I really like the first issue. I picked up this in Inferno. Inferno didn't do a whole lot for me, even though it had some characters that I really like in there. I like this. I really like this Old Man Logan character. I've never read the original Old Man Logan, but I'm excited that he's going to be sticking around in some future books. So I'm really looking forward to that. Sorrentino's artwork is always amazing. I feel like I say that every time I pick up one of his books, but it is. So, and then we have all new X-Men number 41. I have no friggin' clue what happened in the last issue of all new X-Men. I don't remember at all, so I'm gonna have to double check that. These books, the X-Men books, like, they're not coming out at all right now. No issues of Uncanny in the last month. I think it's another 3 or 4 weeks before the next issue comes out, and I don't even know if that's the final issue. I know we're building towards Bendis' end on X-Men, so we'll see. But I like that Jean Grey cover a lot. The only number 1, I think, in here, and it came out this week, I picked up the Francavilla variant. This is Archie number 1, written by Mark Waid, art by Fiona Staples. I don't know how long Fiona Staples will actually be on the art for this book, but I actually like it quite a bit. I'm looking forward to reading this. Archie's been doing some great stuff lately. Afterlife with Archie is always killer. Sabrina, when it's actually coming out, is really awesome as well. Speaking of Sabrina, this came out the last week I went to the shop, but my shop owner, they were delayed here. This is Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, number 3. I really like that cover a lot. The second issue of Sabrina was amazing. I think a lot of people felt that, I mean, of course, the wait was insane between issues 1 and number 2, but number 2 definitely made up for it. And if they can continue on a regular release schedule, I'm all about this book. So really pumped for what Archie is doing right now. This is a book that I picked up off the shelf. I liked number 1. I'm not crazy about Tyler Crook's art. I complained about it a lot when he was doing BPRD, but the story was there, and I'm a big fan of Colin Bunn, so I wanted to pick up Herald County number 2 and number 3. Like I said, not super crazy about Tyler Crook's art, just something about the way he draws faces, and people in the background have little beady eyes, but I think I can overlook it if the story is good. So I'm going to give those 2 issues a read and decide if I'm going to stick with it. Another book that there's 2 issues of, and that is The Woods. This is number 13 and number 14. Awesome stuff. Always is. Michael Dialis' artwork is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I can't speak too much to what's going on in the story because I haven't read an issue in forever. So I'll go back and review number 12 and see what's up. We got 1 Vertigo book, and that is Suiciders. This is number 5, I think. Yeah, this is an awesome book as well, and the artwork is absolutely fantastic. Really building up these 2 different characters, the Saint and this other dude. He doesn't have a name yet, and obviously we're gonna get some sort of showdown, gladiator showdown. So really looking forward to that. I can never seem to get through a video without getting a phone call. This is 8. Number 5, big fan of this book all the way through. This is the last part of the mini, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. Like I say always, the colors are really what make this book. Got some Rick Remender books. His probably his best in my opinion, and this is big because I'm much more of a fan of sci-fi stuff, but this is Deadly Class number 14. The last issue just absolutely killed me. If you read this book, you know what I'm talking about. It's definitely the character development in this book that has me hooked, plus Wes Craig's artwork is really cool, so looking forward to that. Also have Low number 7. I believe it's been a while since we've had an issue of Low. Big fan of it regardless. Greg Ticini's artwork can be a little hard to follow at times, but I like, you know, at least a little bit having to work for an understanding of what's going on. So big fan of Low so far. And then 2 issues of Black Science, number 15 and number 16. Another book that obviously I'm 2 issues behind, so I'm a little lost as to the story, but that's okay. One of my favorite newer books, I guess we're on issue 8, so it's really not a newer book anymore, but Copperhead, number 8. Again, this is a book with really awesome characters, sort of a sci-fi western, which notoriously I'm not a huge fan of the pairing together, but I'm really liking this book so far. So, and then last but not least, this is Outcast, issue number 10. Again, I say this every time this comes out. It has a typical Kirkman feel, super slow build. I'm just dying for some info about Kyle and his family, and that might be his daughter there. So hopefully this issue we sort of start to get some info about what happened with them. I mean, if it's going to continue to be this slow, I'm going to have to drop off. But I'm going to give it a couple more issues just because I like the first 9 so much. So that's all my books from the past. I believe it's 5 weeks. Again, I probably won't have a video up for at least a couple more weeks at the most. It'll be at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks in between videos, just because I'm not pulling a ton anymore, and it's a little bit of a drive to get out to my shop, so there's no point in me coming all the way over here to get 2 or 3 books or whatever it is. So I appreciate you guys continuing to watch my videos and support me, even though I'm not around as much. I hope to get back to more of a regular thing. It's just have a lot of life stuff going on right now, and that's taking up a lot of my time. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate it. Take care, and I will talk to you again soon.